Imagine an invisible button inside your body. A button that, if pressed, could trigger a process capable of slowing down, and even reversing, the effects of aging. Sounds impossible. This button exists, and it's inside you right now. Modern science has discovered that the human body carries, in its genetic code, a defense and cell regeneration system that has long been dormant. These are called longevity genes. Genes like SIRT1, SIRT6, FOXO3, among others, that act directly on DNA repair, removing damaged cells, and increasing resistance to oxidative stress. One of the biggest villains of aging, these genes act as internal guardians of youth. They were programmed by God into our DNA as a kind of continuous maintenance system, but over time, especially with bad habits, these genes get silenced, turned off, forgotten. Scientist David Sinclair, from Harvard, one of the leading names in this field, revealed to the world that aging is not a random and uncontrollable process. On the contrary, it's highly regulated. Sinclair says that aging is a loss of information, like a scratched CD that still contains the songs but can't play them anymore. And it's possible to restore the music of youth if we recover the original genetic information. In his studies with mice, Sinclair and his team managed to reactivate youth genes using substances like NAD and NMN, which led to impressive results. Blind mice regained vision. Damaged organs began to regenerate, and signs of old age reversed. And it doesn't stop there. Human studies are already underway. Preliminary results show biological age reduction by up to 3 years after just months of intervention. But this information remains out of most people's reach. Why? Because if people knew they could activate these genes naturally, through certain habits, foods, and supplements, the entire business model profiting from disease and old age would be at risk. That's why they silence, ridicule, or hide it. But you don't have to live in ignorance anymore. These genes can be activated with simple, powerful practices, and I will show you how. You will discover which foods turn these genes on, which habits enhance their action, and how even faith and spirituality have a direct impact on their activation. Your body isn't doomed to decay. It was created with internal codes screaming for restoration. What's missing is not a miracle but knowledge. And knowledge is power. If you found this content important, subscribe now, hit the bell, and share it with someone who needs to awaken to this truth. The youth button is inside you. And you're closer than you think to turning it on.